Hello and thank you for watching my video on my creative multimodal portfolio for this subject. My agenda is going to be my chosen season, artwork 1, reflection of artwork 1, artwork 2, reflection of artwork 2, reflection of my chosen season, and the referencing. The season I chose was the orchid season, which happens in August. It's where all the orchids start coming into flower. The silver bottle is bursting into colour. Koalas start like mating, and it's when the elders start to collect the flowers from the orchids to make tea to help headaches. It also highlights the connection between the health of people, animals, and land. Artwork 1, that's my finished product. So inspiration from the common brown butterfly that is pretty much found all over Australia. But in this season, the butterflies are coming out of their cocoons, so yeah. This is the process of me doing it. So I started off by doing an outline of the butterfly. Then with a different brown, I started doing all the veins of the butterfly. And then I used my finger to smudge and make it look brown all over. So obviously I used the pastel colours for this artwork. The technique was drawing. Some things that challenged me with this artwork was that if I was pressed too light or too heavy, I didn't get the outcome I wanted. So it was really a trial and error. I think I tried like 3 times to get it kind of right. And the thing that limited me was me trying to get it to look perfect. I was trying to it has to look perfect, but at the end I was like, it looks what it looks like. Thing that I didn't know before I did this drawing is actually easy. You just have to try. And that's one thing I've taken back for me in the future, getting children to draw, is just let them just have a go. You never know what your outcome will be. The creative process started off by me researching which topic I was going to do, then getting some photos as inspiration photos. I would do this in the classroom as well. And then I decided what medium am I going to use? What's the best medium to use for this season? And then I did kind of like a rough outline or rough guide of how I wanted to do it. So I just used a lead pencil on a piece of paper and was like, okay, this is what I kind of can do, and then I actually did it. So yeah. Artwork 2. So artwork 2 is a orchid, a hyphae orchid, which is like a purple pinky one. So with this artwork, I decided to do a background with this, just because the photos I found was like they've got a background toward it. So I thought, I'll do a background this time, and it was easier because I was using watercolors. So I started off doing blue sky and green grass. So I was able to kind of make dimensions with the colors. So I added I tried not to add too much water because it would make it all watery on the paper, but I was trying to make it like light greens, dark blues, white blues, have the white still coming through, so it kind of looked like it was natural. Something that challenged me, obviously it was painting, was the technique I used. And yeah. So materials I used was watercolors and obviously a paintbrush and some water. And obviously the technique used was painting. What challenged me for this was getting the paper too wet or not wet enough. And what limited my artistry was getting the paint or my painting to look like the photos that I had used as my inspiration. And I have reflected that not everything's going to look the same as what you may find as inspiration when you're doing research like this. And my and yeah, throughout this whole sorry, this is my references, but also going on about reflecting on my topic, I decided to do the orchid season in August, as I found that was the most that popped out to me. And by researching the season, I could find that it wasn't just about flowers blooming or like mating season coming up, but actually like what were the orchids used for with the elders, and what the uses were for that. And reflection on how I could support the children and engage at arts. I would just use the same inspiration photos I would have for me, as I found it was easy to use with the mediums I used. The creative process with children will be very similar, as I didn't really make it too difficult for myself, and I was thinking to myself, if I was able to teach this in a classroom setting, I don't want to have to change too much. I would like to extend my knowledge, but also be able to get this outcome for children as myself. So yeah, and the two references I have were from a book of the 7 Seasons of Warrawong and Rare Victorian Orchids, where I got the information of different orchids and flowers that bloomed within the August month. Thank you for listening. I hope this presentation was insightful and you've learnt something about the orchid season. So thank you. Bye.